My name came everywhere in the front pages of all the newspapers, and then a lot of other people wanted to start running. You're running 42 kilometers. You're feeling at kilometer 21, what the shit is this? Why did I bloody register? So I used to always tell them, no, if I can run after a heart this, then you too can run.
Hi, welcome to Beyond the Field, a show where I take you off the sports field and into the thriving sports industry of India. I'm your host Nadeem Sheikh, and I will be talking to industry professionals like me and provide you a 360-degree view of the sports industry of India. Our guest today is Mr. Venkatraman Pichumani. He is a founder of YouTooCanRun, a US certified race director, a Freemason, and much more. Welcome, Venkat sir.
Thank you very much, Nadeem. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, so Venkat sir and I go back when I passed out from Sports Management Institute, and I had joined YouTooCanRun. So
Yes.
from there we have developed a connection, and from there I'll also have to give credit that I became. I have to give credit to Venkat sir and YTCR that I am a runner today. But sir, you have a very decorated background, and I want you to give your background and also give our viewers a sneak peek into a very interesting group of people that you train.
Okay. So, decorated background. I mean, if every year you keep 3-4 targets that you keep achieving them, then for all the years that I've lived, you get decorated a lot, okay? But I'll just say what is relevant to the sporting industry.
Yeah.
I, of course, founded YouTooCanRun. We have about 10 product lines. We cater to the event organizers with a lot of products. We cater to brands with a lot of products. We cater to trainers, etc. In terms of my own qualifications, I am a US certified race director. I am a level 2 US certified running coach, which is the highest degree they offer there. I have got 2 Guinness World Records in my own name. I have conducted 5 Guinness World Record events, and we have conducted the largest event in the country, which is 73,000 runners, bigger than Mumbai Marathon. In Chennai we have conducted. So yeah, and it keeps going on. But I'm just giving you 4 or 5 that are like highlights. Yeah.
Also, if you can give a sneak peek of the running group.
Oh yeah. So I underwent a bypass surgery in 2007, and I was a runner before that, and I ran the Mumbai Marathon after within 1 year with proper training, cardiac rehab, everything, and I knew enough of exercise physiology to not do anything foolish. And then when my name came everywhere in the front pages of all the newspapers, and then a lot of other people wanted to start running. So at that point of time, they all came to me, and I decided that I will start training other heart patients to run. And today we are about 15 years old, more than 15 years old. We are called Zippers Club. We are a bunch of old foggies, 60 years plus. Most of the trainees are 50 plus, 60 plus. My oldest trainee is now 84 years of age. Amazing. And all of us run half marathons regularly.
Nice.
Today we ran about 10 times Kane Road in Mount Mary, Bandra, and we did a whole bunch of leg workout on the sea face.
Nice. So you want to give a background of why Zippers Club?
Why we call ourselves Zippers Club? 2 reasons. The first reason is that when you undergo a bypass surgery, your sternum gets kind of stitched, and it looks like you got a zip on the middle of your chest. So that is this. And the other term is that we are old, but we are still zipping through life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that it's a play on words. That's why the Zipper Club.
So Venkat sir, you are a proper running professional. I want you to give our viewers the basic difference between what is running and jogging. What is the difference?
First difference is between running and walking.
Okay.
Well, there people don't understand. The difference is that in walking, so one leg is always on the ground. In running or jogging, both the legs are astride, which means they are in the air at a point of time.
Okay.
So both the legs are in the air, and then one leg lands, and then again they are in the air, and the other leg lands. So that is the difference between running and walking. Okay. Now the word jogging has an air of casualness in it. Okay. Jogging doesn't have a goal, it doesn't have an aim, it doesn't have a purpose. this. Whereas running, has generally the person who is running is running for some goal. He's losing weight. He's going to run a 1 hour today. He's going to do a 5K. He's going to do a sprint. He's training for a marathon. He's registered. So somebody like that you say is running, and of course running has got striding and all those other things. But that's the general difference between jogging and running. Jogging is running without a purpose, just casually for the this of it. Running is running with a sense of purpose.
Nice. Also, sir, I wanted to put light on the term marathon, which, along with me, most of us have used at least one or twice in the wrong form. People don't understand the term marathon. Just put a light on what marathon means.
So in language, language evolves, correct? And language is never the same all the time. So the word marathon comes from this Greek city of Marathon, where Philippus, one Greek warrior, ran the distance from Athens to Marathon, to give the message that they had won the war, okay? And history has it that he collapsed after that. So we also jokingly say that it was the first marathon related cardiac death. Anyway, jokes apart, that is how the word marathon came. And it is said that distance was 42 kilometers. And nobody's measured it, nobody knows the route he ran, and there were no roads, they were all fields and farms. But anyway, it's 42 kilometers. We accept it, okay? 42 kilometers. So that is the word for it. So today it is 42.195. And history, interesting tidbit that when the Queen of England wanted to flag off the race from an Olympic stadium, they had measured 42 kilometers from outside the stadium. But then it had to start in front of her, so that 195 got added. So that's the history of why it is 42.195. Anyway, so that is the word marathon. So the word marathon means 42.195 today.
Nice.
Okay. When you say that somebody ran Berlin and world record, it is 42.195. This half marathon is 21.097. Okay, half of that. But today the word marathon has become loosely used for any running event. So 5 kilometer ka marathon, 10 kilometer ka marathon, 3 kilometer ka marathon. That is what people say, and end up saying that. And the purist ridicule the usage of that term, whereas the general population doesn't care for the purist. It just uses the term in the way people understand it. Language evolves.
Yes, okay. So I also have the same experience when I joined YouTooCanRun. So I ran one day at home, and the next day I came to office and Aditya was there. So I told Aditya, I am participating in this marathon. He said, how much have you registered for? I said 10 kilometers. He said, Baba, that is not a marathon. That is, you are doing 10K. A marathon is a run where you run 42 kilometers. From there I understood that the term, what the term exactly means.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So sir, you have this incredible organization called YouTooCanRun, and I want to understand, after your bypass surgery, how did you start YouTooCanRun? Did you see a gap in the running market, or like how did you start and how did the idea came?
So today we have about 10 products, and each of these products or lines came out of a need in the marketplace. It is not that we decided a product and then we said chalega kya nahi chalega, and then pivot. Every startup likes to keep pivoting. That means you didn't know bloody what you wanted to do. The bazaar thought you that what you're doing is stupid, then you pivot. So the word pivot is used very loosely nowadays. Yes, sir. It's in my school of business. It means that you did something foolish, okay, in the first place, okay, you didn't know enough. So anyway, so coming back, we started in about 2014, registered in 2012, but before that, by education, I'm a chartered accountant. Then I did investment banking for a couple of years. And then I started a BPO which I ran for about 15 years. Somebody came from UK and said, we want to buy a BPO. We had 10 offices. We had about 3,000 employees. So I and my partner said that let's sell the thing, and we encashed, and So the question is that at 55 years of age, what do you do? I mean, you got all the money. You got to do something that is useful to society, So running was my passion. And when my heart thing happened, people used to ask me, मेरा पैर दुखता है, मेरा knee दुखता है, मेरा back में problem है, मैं भाग सकता है क्या? So I used to always tell them, no, if I can run after a heart this, then you too can run. So when in 2014 I wanted to do something about running, and I asked a few friends, what do you think I should keep this name? It could be anything, Radiant Sportsman, it could be any name. People said, no, you always keep telling, you too can run. कोई भी पूछेगा तो तू साला बोलता है YouTube can run. ये तेरा तकिया कलम है. So that's how the name came. So the first thing we did was registrations, and we did registrations because there was no single registration platform that took care of running events. Okay, we had generic like theatre and this and that and all that. So we became India's first running specific region. Running means also cycling and triathlon. So we became the platform. Then somebody told us, you organize an event for us. We were by that time we had done about 200, 300 events in our region platform, and we knew what happens in the world of running. So somebody said, no, I don't know anything. You just take this and do this event for us. That was, Harkishan Das Hospital doctor contacted. He said, Venkat, I don't know anybody. I just want this. 300 people are there. They need to run on Myriad Drive. Do whatever it does. Tell me the budget. So that is how we got into race management.
Okay.
Then when we got into race management, then I said, no. If I'm doing something, then I must do things properly. And there's always been this thirst for knowledge. So then I went to the US and got myself certified. Then the Zippers Club started. Everybody started training under me. I knew exercise physiology from being a general reader. Then I said that no, I must go to the US and get myself educated, and became a level 1 coach, and then went the next year and became a level 2 coach. So like this, every product kind of evolved. People were registering for events. People came to my office for one expo. Some expo was going on. This young couple was standing outside and they were discussing, अरे कौन सा next event भागेगा. So they went into book my show, अरे बैंड्रा में event है, चलो इसको भागते हैं अपन. And they registered. So I thought that the decision making of how to take part in an event is not being done in a proper way. So we did RaceMart. RaceMart contains all the attributes that a running event that a person needs to know about a running event. Things like which edition, how many runners are run, whether the route is measured, whether it's a hill or it's a flat, all these kind of things, rating, reviews, everything is there. So people can take a more informed decision. So like this, all the products came out of a market need that was, bought out to us, and people said that why don't you do this? And that is how each of these products came. There was a market, there was a need. The need was expressed by the constituent. The community told us at some point of time, and that is how we made it into a product.
Nice. So, sir, if I'm correct, YouTooCanRun started in 2013?
2013, 2014.
2013, 14, and we are in 23. So it's been a decade of running an organization. So how has this journey been across the decade?
The journey has been like a marathon. Yeah. At first there's a lot of euphemism.
Okay.
अरे ये तो कुछ नहीं, मैं तो कर डालेगा. I've trained. Your legs are fresh. Your morning is this. You're full of glycogen. Optimism is in the air, and the Dole Tasha band is playing. So a lot of optimism. Then after that thing, you say, oh shit, why did I register? The sun comes out. You're thirsty. Your legs are tired.
Yeah.
You just want to give up. But at the same time, there's something that keeps pushing you. And then we hit COVID. Okay, so 3 years we didn't have anything much. You were there with us, part of the COVID years. But that even during the COVID year, every single day we had work.
Yes.
It was not like we were wringing our hands and swatting our flies.
Yeah.
We had an absolutely chalked 8 hours during COVID also, because we were doing something. That was relevant to the community. It didn't give us income, but it was still. So that was like a down. But now after the COVID, the market is really booming. And we are seeing huge amount of like today, on the way, after this I have to make that call. Somebody wants to organize 8 events in 8 different cities.
Multiple cities.
Last Sunday we did 5 events in 5 different cities.
Wow.
Yeah, we did 4.
Okay.
We had to do a 5th, which got cancelled. The client was SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India.
Amazing.
Okay. So all our clients are like that. All our this is like that, and we have built this name. In fact, we don't do branding, we don't do marketing, but we get the business, which is not good. One should not rest on one's woes in terms of market. But the market is expanding, and people who can't do events come to us. Other race organizers, when it is beyond them, they come to us. So we have become like a specialist. That is how we ended up doing this Chennai event, which is the DMK government. It was called Kalaignar Mumbai Memorial Marathon. And they searched in Google and wrote an email on our support, and that is how we got the client.
Nice.
Yeah, very little sales, all branding, all marketing, because of delivery.
Sir, I want you to give your point of view about the running industry in India. How big is the running industry, and what do you think of it?
See, actually, there is in any industry, there is the segment that is measured, because you have the metrics to measure it. And there is a segment that is informal and not measured. Okay, so for example, running events. How do you measure running events? How do you say what is a running event? And then there are so many events that happen that nobody even knows they happen. Correct? So on RaceMart, which is our directory, we have a rule that the running event must have a registration fee. It should not be a free run. Okay, and it should have some element of prize money. Okay, these are the two factors. Okay, so based on these two factors, there are about 1800 events. 1700, 1800, Pan India, correct? 1800 events. Now, across these 1800 events, there are runners. Now, how do you know how many people ran an event? The only verifiable source is a timing partner, because people who run with a time chip get documented, because there is an independent timing partner who publishes it. We maintain a record, we release an industry report on the running industry. We are the only people who release a running industry report, correct? So that in that report, we know how many people ran in these events based on timed finishers. Okay, so we know that in a year about 3 lakh, 4 lakh people have run based on timed finishers. Okay, 6 lakhs, 5-6 lakhs people have run based on. So that is the industry that can be measured. But there is a lot of info. Even within the event, there are events that are conducted where there is no timing. Yes. There is no registered money. Political parties organize running events. How do we even know? Correct? Then there is the other part of the industry that is not even in the formal sector. People are running in parks. They are buying shoes. Yeah. They are going to a weight loss consultant. They are going to a nutritionist. They are buying running apparel. This. Yeah. So that is also industry. Yes. So it's very difficult to define what is industry. But as of now, then the question is that how much is the sponsorship money coming into the industry? Yes. Correct? So the sponsorship money coming into the industry is about 60-70 crores. If you take all. And that is only cash, annually. Okay. Then there is barter sponsorship. Yes. People don't give money, but they give value of goods, like shoes and stuff. So that is another, 40-50 crores. So about 100 crores is the total value of sponsorship in the running industry. Approximately. Again, nobody can be very precise and count about it. Yeah. Just a rule of thumb, mota is.
So 100 crore is sponsorship and other elements including like 150 crore, 200 crore?
Yeah, more than that. So if you take shoes, the shoes is like 500 crores.
Only shoe?
Running shoes, 500 crores, because people are buying, running shoes are like, bought, and many people change shoes within 6 months, 1 year because of this. Again, they'd like to have different types of shoes. So the shoe industry is about 500 crores.
Absolutely, it could be, sir. And I want to put a point that this buying of shoe, it is very particular and it is passion-based buying. So people go out of their budget and they can go up to the maximum. Running shoes are not inexpensive; they're expensive. They're like north of 5,000. I'll give you my case. Like I am a miser. Like this also, what I'm wearing is under.
You're frugal, not miser. You're sitting with 2 English literature.
So like I don't like to buy stuff, high-end stuff. Like, it is under 1,000. But when it comes to running, I bought a ASIC shoe which is 9,000 rupees. So this is passion-based buying. So it doesn't have a limit. So this is what I want to put forward is like when it comes to running, or it could be something else for someone like music, equipments. These are passion-based buying. So it's a difference.
So it's like any hobby,
Yes.
In a hobby, there is an essential cost that is there. And then there is a cost that can go as deep as your pockets will allow you to go. Correct? So that's this. Photography, you can do it with a simple camera phone, and you can then go keep on
DSLR and high-end
equipment. So again, shoes. Okay, you can buy ASICs, you can buy Decathlon shoes which are much cheaper. You can buy Corona Sahu or Bata shoes which are in the 3 figures. Or you can, if you are milling so much, you can even run barefoot. So it all depends upon what is your passion and where you want to take it and how much money you have in your pockets.
Sir, I want to share this personal experience of mine when I run on Marine Drive. So I see top end leaders. When I say top end, like Dambanis and top leaders of Tatas. So why is running their passion? Like running appeals to everyone from CEOs to a common man like me. So why does this top level industry professional, they prefer running, or what goes behind that?
So running is the new golf is one of my bullet points in the slide that I may make a presentation. Okay, or running is the new social media. Okay, what it is. So what happens is that see, everybody has to remain fit.
Yes.
Correct. There is a story of Ambani. I don't know if you know of this. Anil Ambani, why he runs. Correct. So he went to an investor meet in New York and he was like Mukesh. And somebody asked him, one of the investment bankers asked him that you can't take care of your own health. You have put on so much of weight. How will you take care of my money? तो वो उसको जचा, उसको लगा कि हाँ यार इसमें
हिट कर गया,
हाँ हिट हो गया उसको. So he came back and became a runner. Okay, so that is the thing. Chandrasekhar of Tata, chairman.
Yeah.
Rashesh Shah of Edelweiss runs.
Yeah.
Gagan Banga of India Bull runs.
Yeah.
And I can keep going on. List. Okay, they are like really passionate,
Yes, sir.
strong runners. Okay. See, one is that most of these people in high levels are type A personalities. They are people who are achievers in life. They have goals and they achieve goals in whatever they do. Whether it is in business or whether it is in their athleticism in terms of their health. So running gives you the flexibility to achieve those goals. You can train whenever you want. You can take part in any event that is appealing to you. You can run distances the way you like. You can run in shoes. You can run on a treadmill. You can run in a park. You can run when you are traveling. So running is very flexible. You don't need a team. You want to play golf, you need a golf course and you need a team of it.
Yeah.
You want to play tennis, you need a tennis court.
Equipments,
Running is very easy. You
Very
can
easy.
carry your shoes, A6 or barefoot, whatever his choice is.
पर वो भी नहीं चाहिए, barefoot ही चलेगा.
Barefoot भी चलेगा. Kind of thing. And you can pack it and you can go and run anywhere.
Yeah.
For example, when I'm traveling, I go into a hotel, I'm staying in a hotel for 3 days, 4 days conference. I go into the treadmill, use the treadmill for half an hour, 1 hour, do my speed intervals on the treadmill and come back. And I'm back in the conference kind of thing. So running offers flexibility. Running offers also the sense of, you see that reward to return ratio. You reduce your weight, your speed increases. You take good nutrition, your performance improves. So all this correlation is there between effort and benefit. So that is also another thing. So basically, today brands, TCS, today is a computer company.
Yeah.
Correct? It's a computer company. Why does it sponsor running events? Why does a bank sponsor running events? Before it became Tata, it was Standard Chartered, correct?
Yes, yeah.
Why does banking sponsor running? दोनों का
Relation क्या है?
Relation क्या है? Because they know that their target audience, which is the corporate C-level guys, are all going to be there in the running event. So today, when TCS is sponsoring 40 events, and it has got a team of about 25 in New York looking only after sponsorships, okay, and they're doing about 40 events and they're spending a huge amount of money in all these events. They don't have to tell in any company that they are TCS. When they go to a company and make a pitch, they know that a TCS है तो अच्छा ही रहेगा. Because they are the credibility. There's a study, of brand sponsorship. John Hancock made this study in New York, where they were sponsoring New York before TCS came over. So in that study, they found out in the New York market, where they are sponsoring the New York Marathon, that customers prefer to do business with Jan Hancock over all the other insurance companies.
Achha.
Only because of the credibility of it having supported the New York Marathon. Yeah. So running and a brand, the brand gets far greater engagement in a participation sport. There's a difference between a spectator sport and a participation sport. Yeah. Spectator sport is cricket. 1 lakh fines, stood in that, what is that, Modi Stadium. And they saw people playing, yes. Correct? You may have shown as many advertisements as you wanted. Correct? But there are studies, okay?
Yes,
people don't even remember unless you have done some aggressive advertising, like stupid advertising, then people don't even remember the brand. After 1 week, they have even forgotten what ad they saw. Their studies, recall value is very poor.
Okay.
Because there is no engagement, Whereas when you are running 42 kilometers, you are feeling at kilometer 21, what the shit is this? Why did I bloody register? This is the last marathon, iske baad nahi karunga bhai. Kind of thing, you're going to the, you're emotionally raw. Okay, you're at an emotional raw moment when, all your sentiments are so much engaged with the sport. You're completely associated emotionally. So at that point of time when the brand engages with you, the brand recall is very high.
Achha.
Whereas in a spectator sport, you are never taken to the India, Pakistan, you become a little bit more emotional. But in most of the events, what are you doing? You're sitting at home, talking on the phone, forwarding WhatsApp.
Right.
Yeah, and then also, going to the kitchen. When the ads come, you go to the kitchen and bring your next plate of food. This is how we watch cricket, right? So where is that ad going to yield value? Whereas when you put that into a running, into a participating sport, the brand has a greater engagement potential with the client. And that is why the brand recall is much higher.
Nice. So you also touched upon the gap between India and the world. What is the difference in running, or how is the attitude different?
We are a long way off.
Okay.
In most of the advanced countries, UK, USA, Japan, Australia, where people run and spend more time on leisure activities, and the facilities are there, parks are there, lawns are there, everything is available in this. About 10% of the population runs. So we did a study which is called What If Everybody Ran, and that study we did in an Indian context. We took about 15 cities which we thought were sizable, and those 15 cities are the state capitals of these 15 states that we have. And we took the population, census data is about 20 years old now, but we took the population of between 40 and 60. Because after 40 only people think they should be healthy. Before that they think they can do whatever they want. They are made of steel, they think. Okay, then the doctor makes the checkup and says BP ज़्यादा है, cholesterol ज़्यादा है, गोली खाना पड़ेगा. Then they want to do something. Okay, yes, and that is one. And after 60 they think they should only walk. They cannot run. So between 40 and 60. And family income is about 6 lakh, that is 50,000 rupees a month. Per month. Then they can go and buy maybe a 5,000 rupee shoe, not that 9,086. Okay, so they can buy a 5,000 rupee shoe or something like that, and they can take part in an event, pay 1,000 rupees, 1,200 rupees for an event. So if we did that, and if we said that 10% of the men and 5% of the women, which is again, international statistics, we have so many events and so many trainers and so many shoes and so many nutritionists and the entire ecosystem, that will be about 10 times more than the market that we are having now.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the potential, and that is the difference in gap, and that is what is the growth potential for YouTooCanRun, which you are banking on.
Correct. So you said there is 10% of the population that runs abroad.
Correct.
So I was reading a data which said 20 lakh people in India run. That is approximately 0.28%.
Yeah, because again, see, there's an addressable target, TAM, correct? So the addressable marketplace doesn't include many people below the poverty line, for example. So you can't take it to the entire population. You can't hyperbole. That is wrong. You got to take it to people who are like having at least 6 lakhs income. Maybe not 15 cities. We did in 15 cities out of curiosity, but even tier 2 cities. We did events in Jodhpur, Indore, Jammu we couldn't do, Guwahati and Trichy, and we got the numbers that we wanted. And people in those cities also want to run. They also got diabetes. Their doctor also tells them, kuch to karna padega, goli khao. Yeah, my driver he's from a village in Tirunelveli called, Tirunelveli in Tamil Nadu, and he tells me, sir, in the fields the farmers are, putting up their lungi and they are running in the fields. Running has become so popular, even villages are running. So that is why our mission is to promote running for good health.
Yeah.
We come primarily from a public health agenda rather than an athletic agenda. Make people healthy and give them happiness.
I think this will come in where the number of participants will increase. Like in the past decade, have you seen an increase in the number, or what are the factors behind it?
Yeah, number is increasing. See, when I started running, there would be like 10-20 events in India, and all of us would know. August mein Chennai mein hai, July mein Hyderabad mein hai. Only one event in Hyderabad. Then I should think, I would know all the events happening all over the country. Then it became such that I would know all the events happening in Bombay. Today I cannot know the events happening in BKC.
Acha.
One day in BKC there were 5 events.
अच्छा, you are crossing routes?
उधर एक भाग रहा है, इधर एक भाग रहा है, एक ग्राउंड में एक भाग रहा है, वो पार्किंग लॉट में एक इवेंट हो रहा है. 5 इवेंट था. People don't know कौन सा टी शर्ट में किधर भाग रहा है, किसका ब्रेकफास्ट खा रहा है नहीं मालूम है. फ्लैग ऑफ हुआ इधर, मेडल मिला उधर. It happened in Chennai.
अच्छा.
In Chennai, our own events, we have got people coming from other events. सब green t-shirt है बीच में, साला red t-shirt आके breakfast लेके जा रहा है. Kind of situation, So yeah, it has been like that. And so why I'm saying is that today people who are at the core of industry, at the top of the industry, also cannot know how many events are happening. I don't know the events that are listed in my own directory, RaceSmart. Because my team keeps on looking at social media, keeps on updating, and we don't know how many events are there.
RaceSmart is sort of like the encyclopedia of running.
Correct, exactly.
Everything about
everything.
running.
Complete industry report is there.
So I want to understand what are the factors that influence people to run or participate in an event?
Oh, that's a very long story, but basically it's behavior modification.
Okay.
So why do people run? Because of various reasons, but 60% of the population that takes up running starts running to lose weight.
Okay.
60%. People like you don't need to lose weight. You are an exception to the rule. But today putting on weight is such a easy thing. I need to lose about 2 kgs of weight. I'm good, but I'm not great. Okay. Anyway, so for example, I'm on a 12-week weight loss challenge, which I'm leading. Anyway, that's different. But 60% of the population does to lose weight. About 20-30% of the population does to somebody else is running, so I am also running, I want to remain healthy, etc. About 5% of the population is for athletic reasons. I want to win the medal, a kind of thing. So that is why people take up running, and people come to running from other sources, because it's called the mother of all sports. Because everybody has to run, whether you're playing football or whether you're playing cricket or
basic
whether you're playing
activity.
Yeah, running is the mother of all sporting activities. Everybody has to run. So everybody feels that running, and then they discover the flexibility, they discover the cost, they discover the convenience. And today, a very big factor is the social media. Okay. In fact, I asked a lot of people, if there was no Instagram, will you run? Or are you running only because you want to show your medal on Instagram and get those 50 likes from your cousins? So anyway, people take up running for a lot of reasons, including social media.
So sir, what are the areas of employment, because we have our viewers who are potential people who want to join the running industry or the sports industry. So if you want to tell them what are the areas of employment?
Areas of employment are huge. Okay, and first is you can go by vendors. You can be production. You can be in a race management company like us. You can be in an organizing side. You can be in sponsorship sales. You can be in marketing side of the event, doing social media, podcast, Instagram. You can be in the marketing side. You can be in the technical side of the event. Going and putting barricades and measuring the route. You can be with a timing partner who is providing the timing services. You can be with a catering company that is providing catering. You can be with a t-shirt company making t-shirts. You can be with a medal company making medals.
Yeah.
So all this is there. Then there is a technology part of the thing. We make apps for virtual events for corporate wellness. So you can be on the tech side of things. You can be in a support function. You can be in HR or IT or any of that. So as the market grows, there is going to be a huge amount of employment that is going to definitely come.
Nice.
And today the market is a little bit nascent, in the sense that that events are still growing. There are only a few that are marquee. But over a period of time, this kind of events are going to grow, and everybody is going to recognize that unless you have a core team that can deliver quality consistently throughout the year, you cannot deliver quality. So they are going to hire good resources and maintain a core team.
Okay, nice.
Employment opportunities are huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
I think one point you mentioned that putting the barricades, from there I got the thought that what is the role of local authorities in a running event? How do they contribute? Like the BMCs or the traffic police, they contribute.
Every city has a different view.
Yeah.
Because local authorities are a very city level thing. Just a municipal corporation.
Uh-huh.
So police has a different view. City has a different view. In every city, they come and do different things. Okay. In places like Bombay, they take the fees, they do nothing. Okay. But in Chennai, they take the fees, and we did an event in Chennai, which I must mention, and there was a cyclone on Friday. On Saturday also it rained very heavily. Sunday morning was the event. And the rain stopped at about 11 o'clock on a Saturday night. Huge kind of crisis thing. But at about 2 o'clock in the morning, the Chennai municipality came and cleaned all the streets. They removed all the branches. They bought that power hose. Because of muck on the roads, because of the rain and water flooding. They hosed the muck away and made it go away and made the road clear for us. I can never imagine that happening in Bombay. I mean, I'm proud of my city, me Mumbaikar and all that, but my city doesn't do this. Okay, so that is a difference. In Chennai, when we pay the money to the police, we pay here also, we pay everywhere. The police comes, understands the route, gives you the authority for the route, and their vehicles come as a lead vehicle.
Okay.
And they lead the race. They say, no, we have given you the permission, we have given you the route, we will lead you on the route.
Nice.
And they take the ownership. And here, I mean, in many other cities, nobody does this. So it's also a very city-specific thing. It also depends upon the administration of the city.
Yes. And when sir says pay, it means the fees or the legal fees.
Legal fees, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. There are rates. Again,
Yeah.
everybody has a different rate chart. Every city has a different rate chart. So,
Absolutely. So, a number of running events, they focus a lot on philanthropy also. So I read this data where from 2004 to 2023, Tata Mumbai Marathon raised 350 crores, some approx value, that 18-19 crore per year. So that's a significant value that is that running events are contributing. Do you want to touch upon that?
Yeah, running is a sport that gives the maximum to charity.
Okay.
Worldwide. Okay. How much does cricket give to charity? इतना शोषा करता है, इतना तुम लोग मस्ती करता है, it captures so much of sponsorship money. How much does cricket give to charity? Is it even published? How much does football or hockey or motor sports or golf or tennis, all glamorous sports, how much do they give? They don't give. But running gives. Why? Because running events have a capacity. You can only take 40,000 people on a London marathon. You can take only 40,000 people in a Mumbai marathon, 55,000 people in a Mumbai marathon, correct? Because the roads are only that much and all that. So there is a demand for that slots, because of that. So government has a Tatkal scheme, and Ola and Uber call it surge pricing, and airlines call it whatever they call it. But they increase the price.
Okay.
Correct? But you must appreciate that every running event organizer, including ProCam, does not take that premium, scarcity premium, to themselves.
Nice.
They don't say अभी बिप 5,000 में बिकेगा, अभी बिप 10,000 में बिकेगा. They don't do a Ola, Uber or an Indigo on you. Correct? They say, yes, we are only taking 1,400, 1,800, 2,000, whatever is the cost of servicing you as a runner, and the remaining they are saying give to charity. So the scarcity premium gets converted into charity, which is a fantastic thing that every running organizer is doing, including ProCam in our country. Okay, all the 4 events they do it. So that is how it happens. So what happens is that, for example, in London, if you want a charity bib, you have to collect £5,000, and you can give it to any of the 280 or so charities that of your choice. Your mother died of cancer, you want to give it to in memory, give it to a cancer. Your father died of pulmonary fibrosis, give it to that cause. Whatever is the cause, give to that cause and give the charity. So running contributes the largest amount of charity as a sport in the world.
Nice.
Because boond boond se banta hai sagar.
Yes, sir.
So everybody is giving £5,000, which is a big sum of money. In India, we are still complaining about 12,000 rupees, which is the ProCam charity now, and they're trying to how they can do जुगाड़, which is
negotiate.
कुछ जुगाड़ करना मांगता है, कुछ ये करना मांगता है, कुछ वसीला लगाना मांगता है, कुछ मिनिस्टर से फोन करना मांगता है. That is how we do in India, but nothing of that works there. So that is how the money comes, and that is how the charity is collected, and it is a creditable thing for the organizers. Very noble thing that they are doing. A very noble cause to the society.
Nice. So that is the beauty of running. You run for yourself, and also you're contributing to the society.
Correct. You can be very, altruistic in your approach, and that is what running does. They say that, when you run, you secrete the good hormones.
Okay.
Everybody's stressed. You have cortisol and testosterone and all those other bad hormones that are always there. But when you run, you have the good hormones being secreted by the body, which are dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins and all that. And when the good hormones come, then you also become virtuous in your conduct.
Okay.
You become better, you become good, you become charitable, you become affectionate and all these kind of things. And that is what running does. Running changes people, it changes societies, it changes the culture of the city if there are more runners, because more people are charitable, more people are contributing to society in some way or the other.
Nice. Also, sir, what I have seen, there is this technological development in like 5 years, in what I have seen, there is this advancement in technology. I want you to touch upon that also. How does this timing chip appeals? And also there are now the apps coming in that helps you run virtual. You want to touch upon that?
Yeah, we do. When we started first doing virtual apps in the pandemic, people thought that the app will run. Maybe the घर पे बैठने का है. No, I said no. It's not like that. You have to run. The app only captures what you ran. so that is how it was,
Yeah.
So anyway, the virtual apps try to kind of take and scale up running, because otherwise running is what is known as an on-site, in-person delivery model business. Which became a popular term during the COVID days. So it is on-site, which means it has to start from Bandra, end in wherever. It's in person. That means you have to be there. Correct. Only then you experience the event. So anyway, why people do that, and collective exuberance and all that is a different study on sociology. But that is what happened. So virtual events kind of scale it up, and they make you take part in an event or take part in a challenge wherever you want to go. So virtual events that are replica of on-ground events have not succeeded. Okay? They ran for some time during the pandemic when on-ground events could not be done. But once the on-ground event started, then the virtual events don't match it. Okay?
Yeah, the vibe
because there is this thing called collective exuberance, which is what a large running event gives you. It makes you exuberant in a collective way. So that is it. But we do challenges. For example, we have got the 500k step challenge, which tries to emulate Gandhiji's walk from Sabarmati to Dandi. And we found out that he walked over 20 to 25 days and he walked about 5 lakh steps. So we are asking, he walked it in 25 days, but can you take inspiration from Gandhiji? You don't have to take inspiration from Philippines and run 42.195, but you can take him and walk 5 lakh steps from October 2nd to January 30th, which is his, Jayanti and Punyatithi kind of thing. And we asked that, and that is a virtual thing. So people like this kind of virtual challenges. We do have a virtual challenge called Walk the Wari. So these Warkaris start from Dehu, Alandi in Pune, and walk to Pandharpur. So that is virtually, you can't go there, but you can walk in Shivaji Park or wherever you want to walk. So virtual challenges that kind of replicate those kind of events are successful, but not single day events.
Yeah. I think like this will help people who have a very busy schedule, tight schedule, people who want to participate in Tata Mumbai or any other event, but they are in a different city or a different time zone. So this can help them virtually participate in wherever they are, and
it's a poor substitute.
But that's at least that can be done.
It's a poor substitute.
अगर करना ही है तो
it's a breezer versus a beer. For the audience that want the alcohol analogies.
Nice. I think, sir, we've covered all parts, like most of the parts of the running industry. Now I think we'll step down a bit and we'll do a rapid fire with you.
Sure.
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 We'll do a nice rapid fire.
We'll do a sprint. I will do interval training.
Okay, sir. So are you ready for the sprint of the rapid fire?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Best spot to run in Mumbai and one in India.
Best spot to run in Mumbai has always been Marine Drive. That's a popular answer.
Okay.
But the correct answer is Borivali National Park.
Okay. Okay, your choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all over the world, the huge amount of places. Everybody has a different choice. But I would say Ladakh.
Ladakh.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's at a high temperature. I did a half marathon there.
Yeah.
Beautiful place.
Nice. 3 songs in your running playlist?
3 songs in my running playlist. Well, first of all, I don't use headphones when I run. Okay, that's not this.
No.
But one will be definitely Bag Milka Bag.
Achha.
Okay. And then I like old songs that are melodious and have a certain rhythm.
Okay. Nice. Longest distance you've ever run?
I've never done a full marathon. Okay. The longest distance I've run as part of my training is about 38 kilometers.
38 kilometers. Nice. Favorite sport to watch?
Tour de France.
Tour de France, cycling event.
And football.
Soccer.
Football, World Cup football, and once in 4 years, and Tour de France every year.
Favorite team in football?
I don't have a favorite team.
You watch World Cup now, so don't support any team.
I don't.
Achha, theek hai. Favorite running memory, both as a runner and an organizer?
As a runner, I will say Pondicherry.
Memory as an organizer? Favorite memory?
Memory as an organizer are many memories. There's the good and the bad. But
We'll talk about the good one.
I'll tell you the memory as an organizer that I like is that I wait till the last runner comes.
Okay.
And I make my team wait and I also wait. Okay,
Yes.
I send the result, the price distribution happens there. वो सब होते रहते हैं. We are tracking the last runner, and very often when the last runner is there, I make the people hold the ribbon.
Okay.
And I tell the photographer to wait, and then I go and I come running back with the last runner,
Nice.
like kind of this. So one is that nobody left behind,
Yeah.
that is one of the motto of running,
Yeah.
that no one gets left behind. That is one, and then the last runner has been on the feet more than the fast runner. The fast runner really came back in 1 hour. Kya baat hai?
Yeah.
This guy's been there out for 3 hours, and in spite of all the reasons to not run, being obese, etc., knowing that he's not going to do, but he's still shown more grit and valor on the route, and he still come and participated, and this is his first steps. Slowly he'll change.
Develop.
So that is my most favorite memory. Last runner coming in.
Nice. So this is a very interesting question. Favorite place to have breakfast at after a long run?
Favorite place to have breakfast? There are many in Bombay. Okay, all over the place there are people to have breakfast, and depends upon each day whether you want to have an Irani breakfast or this. But one place to have breakfast after a long run is Olympia.
क्या बोला है? So just because you touched upon Olympia is my motivation to run on Sunday.
Really?
Honestly,
हाँ.
I run on Sunday. I come back.
कीमा बैदा मार के या विदाउट बैदा?
बैदा half fry.
हाफ फ्राई मार के अच्छा ठीक है.
कीमा fry half fry पलटी.
पलटी okay. Good.
Best.
Yeah.
Shout out to Olympia.
हाँ, my vegan friends will be annoyed with me. जैसे क्या साला वेंकट vegan है बोलता है और ओलंपिया बोलता है.
Nice. What's your proudest professional achievement so far?
Proudest professional achievement so far is it's happening right now.
अच्छा.
Yeah, I am training a amputee runner
Okay.
to run 10K.
Nice.
He is a war veteran,
Okay.
and he's probably known as DP Singh, Major DP Singh. His leg got amputated because of Kargil grenade. He's been running. Then for 2 years he went out of running, and his goal now is to run the 10 kilometers in Delhi, and I am training him remotely.
Nice.
So it's not about, see, my trainees are also very good. They are all heart patients and they are all that. But this is something different, because everything is so
Soft
different.
corner है थोड़ा ज़्यादा. If you could switch careers for a day, what would it be and why?
I would ask myself, why do I want to do switch careers? I'm so passionate. For example, see, I'm living my life at its best. My wife says, all these years you are running a BPO, you are doing it for commerce. You are doing it because, kamane ka tha, kind of thing. There was no social element in it. But today, every day from morning to night, I'm helping somebody become happy.
Absolutely.
It is releasing so much of serotonin in me, and there's that time I'm not at all stressed, though I'm working like 12 hours, 14 hours a day. I'm not sleeping sometimes. I've got a hectic travel schedule. I sometimes forget which airport I'm sitting in when I'm there. So all this is happening, I'm in and out all the time, and my bags are packed kind of thing. But everywhere I go, I'm enabling people to run.
Nice.
In every single event, there is at least 10-20% of the population that is running its first 5K for the first time in their lives.
Yes.
They may not know me, I may not know them, but they know that I played a role in their transformation. For that is a memory. My first 5K, and I'm sure for you also it's a
100%.
memory, correct?
Yes, sir.
So I'm making that possible for so many people, directly, indirectly, remotely, in a tertiary role, whatever it is. I'm in that role and I'm making it possible. Thoda haath hai mera bhi usme.
Nice. Absolutely, sir.
And that is the best thing, yeah.
So next one is one book that has had a significant impact in your professional life.
In my professional life, I've been reading all the time.
Okay.
And I've been reading continuously, and so it's very difficult to say which book, but I will probably say the book that I read first, which was by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay. So it is not, people think that the title is manipulative and it is kind of coercive kind of thing, but no, it was an absolutely consensual way of winning friends and influencing people.
Nice.
And not manipulative way of doing that. And that book has always stood me in very good stead, and I think I've ingrained those principles in some way or the other and become successful.
Nice. So last and final question, what's your most exciting project you've worked on till date?
Most exciting project was probably Rana Uplapati skating the golden quadrilateral.
Okay.
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 So this guy came to us. He's a skater,
Hmm.
and I didn't know the biomechanics of skating.
Hmm.
And I gave him 3 times. I wanted to do trial runs, to see how he stands up as an athlete. And all the 3 trial runs he didn't do.
Okay.
And then he said, whatever it is, Venkat, I have skated Bombay to Goa, which I knew. I skated Hyderabad to Vijayawada, which I knew. So I will skate. So, but skating 120 kilometers or 400 kilometers is different from skating 6,000 kilometers, correct? And consecutive days, correct? So he started skating in Bangalore. It was a Titan sponsored. We collected 25 crores approximately in that event. And he skated, and then he came to Kolhapur and he was in absolute misery.
Okay.
He came to Bombay and we took him to the best places. We took him to Reliance Sports Medicine,
HN Reliance?
HN Reliance. And we got the best thing, we got the orthotics, everything. And we fixed everything for him. It was an absolutely technical, geeky, best state-of-the-art kind of sports medicine thing that we did. And then he started again. And then by the time we went to Ahmedabad, everything was over. The training effect had kicked in. So he was doing about 25 kilometers speed, or say 15 or 20 kilometers. There he was doing 30-35. Okay. Here I could cycle with him. There I couldn't even cycle with him because he was faster than my cycling speed. And then he finished the event very well. We collected money. We educated, I don't know how many, but all the money went to Nanikali, which is Mahilas. Then they contributed equal portion. So that is a very nice event.
Nice, and that's a very proud thing to have.
The most important thing I must mention about that event was that it was a Guinness Book World Record event, which we were mandated not to mention. Until about 4 or 5 years, I could not mention that there is a Guinness Book World Record event. Now it's all history. But the reason he did that, look at the integrity of the person. He said that, Venkat, if you tell everybody it's a Guinness World Record event, people will say I'm doing it for my glory. I'm not doing it for my glory. I don't want to take it away from the girl child whom I want to educate. I want people to give money because I'm skating for the girl child, not because I'm doing a Guinness World Record event. The Guinness World Record is only to authenticate my performance, not to glorify my performance. Very clear on that. So we could not mention anywhere. Yeah. So such was the nobleness of the person who did it. So it's all that rubs off on you.
Absolutely. That's a very proud thing to have.
A very proud thing to have.
So sir, this one final question and then we'll conclude. One advice that you've received from someone that changed your career, and one advice you want to give to our audience or viewers.
So one advice, I got a lot of, in fact I do a presentation to management students about 10 people who said 10 things that changed my life. Okay? So there are 10 things that changed my life. That this, and I take them, and there are 10 slides and this. Anyway, I'll stick to one of them which are relevant. That was I was doing CA. I had a partner, Ashwin Mehta, and we were talking, and he said, Venkat, जब तक तुम value based धंधा करेगा, when you do business with values and you do ethically and you deliver correctly, you will never have, तुम कभी भूखा नहीं मरेगा. तुम्हारा सामने गिराक खड़ा रहेगा और बोलेगा साहब मैंने काम करी आपको. They will want the work to be done by you. You will never have dearth of work. So even today in YouTooCanRun, we are not doing marketing, we are not doing sales, we are not doing branding. But like I've got a WhatsApp message that somebody wants to do 8 events across the country. We have done 5 events across the country. So काम तो ऐसे आता है, it just keeps coming. And that is only because of the integrity and the value-based approach that we have taken. कि कुछ भी करेगा तो करने का बराबर से, पैसा कमाएगा नहीं कमाएगा. We have sometimes lost money, but we have never sacrificed our integrity. And it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, employees like to work in that company because they know that whatever it is, YouTooCanRun sahi hai, clients like, vendors like, everybody likes. And the ecosystem of good, the axis of good forms around you. And that supports you all throughout your life. They call it corporate governance these days. That's the new term. Yeah.
And one advice you want to give to our viewers?
To our viewers is that take up running. Okay? No matter what, take up running, you take up walking, you may be, I don't know what age you are in, you may be taking your health for granted now, but it is when you are young, when you are in your teenage years, that you should start taking care of your health, because that is the investment you are making. And I'll end this with an anecdote. Okay. So there's this lady called Leelama Alfonso.
Okay.
So Leelama has represented India in the Olympics, marathon, full Olympics, 42.195 in London, Tokyo, all these Olympics of about 15-20 years back. She started running when she was 18, Malayali girl, good sprinter, and she has represented. So one day we were standing in Satara, one of the events, and we were waiting for the prizes to be announced, and I told Leelama, tum to first aane wala hai. She's now about 60, okay? I said, tum to first aane wala hai, और तुमको तो प्राइज मिलने वाला है, तुम क्यों इधर टेंशन लेके खड़ा है, तुम बुलाएगा तभी आ जाना प्राइज लेने को. आई टोल्ड हर. सो शी सेड हाँ वो तो बराबर है वेंकट है. तो सो आई आस्क्ड हर तुमको कैसा लगता है अभी ये उम्र में भी प्राइज है. ये जो बचपन में जो झाड़ लगा है ना वो झाड़ अभी भी फल देता है.
करेक्ट, सो ट्रू.
वो 60 साल में मेरे को 40 साल में भाग रहा हूँ, 40 साल में मेरे को फल दे रहा है वो झाड़. मैं हर एक रेस में जा रहा हूँ, मेरे को प्राइज मनी मिलता है, इसमें मेरा घर चलता है. Okay, so that is what I mean. You may not be an athlete, you may not be a prize money, but that health is going to pay you back in some way. Like I am now 66, but I'm leading the life.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you got to be healthy. You shouldn't be a burden on society. So take up running. Thank you very much, Nadeem.
Thank you so much, Venkat sir. We've dissected the entire running industry and given pointers to our viewers who want to take up running and want to be part of this amazing industry. This is it from our side. Keep watching Beyond the Field and hit the like button, subscribe karte raho, and we will be bringing you more people from the sports industry to help you with it. Thank you so much.